uju. Meo mashigwawi tashintamano no ishkwebiga degen kajnakade magakin. I'm gonna talk about these prototypical VTA endings in Ojibwe. And here we have the different ones. I believe there's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9 prototypical endings in Ojibwe. And so we have on the top, we have ones that end in M. And remember, a VTA is action from one person to another. So, like, so Ajawe We Shim. Ajawe We Shim is one. Record the sound of him. Or We Jam. Ask somebody or invite them. We Jam. So these are ending with M. And we have Jinganim, dislike or hate somebody. And we have Jingadeshim. Those are M endings. There's many M endings, but we'll talk about how they conjugate or change later in this. So the next one is N. The ones that end with N. So some examples I found were Agon, hold him or her up against something. Jigun, empty someone. Jagin, be out of somebody. Zugan and Jean, shake hands with somebody. So then the next ones are glottal stopped, and that's usually means like doing something with something to somebody. So wasiko, you notice wasiko is make him shiny. Wapa, disturb him or wake him up in his sleep, him or her. Another variation is opa. And waweji, decorate somebody or dress them up. And jubit, attract somebody or please someone. Then we have the glottal sound on the end with the W. And these words, this W I'd like to talk about is how it is the W disappears, or in conjugation it's there's different ways that it appears, and I'll explain that later, but for now it's just the sound is just a glottal on the end is jibakwa. You don't really hear the W, but unless if you were to say I'm gonna stretch him or her on a stretcher, you'd say nijibakwa wa. Notice how the W came back. It's kind of there, but it's not pronounced when you just say the word jibakwa. That's like telling somebody to stretch him on a stretcher, like an animal hide, or and jibiga, stretch him using something. Nijibigwa, I stretch him, or gijibigwa, you stretch him. Bakobi naja, tell him to get in the water, send him to the water. So again, it would be Nibakobi Najawa or Gibakobi Najawa or Maji Naja. Maji Naja is send him off, send him or her off. So Nimaji Najawa, I send him or her off. Then we have the ZH endings. And an example of those would be Jaganaj, kill him off. Gopawaj, haul him or her inland. Or Ondawaj, haul him or her from a certain place. Or Wanaj, lose her trail. And these we'll go over in a minute here, but we also have AW, abysmal, warm it up for him or her by the fire, or oshako, oshako, scare game away when you're hunting. Jibing waito, wink at him or her. Jibing waito, bidao, bring it for him or her. Then we have the sh endings like sh, like ashi, or put him down in some place, or mawadish, visit him or her. And we have the W, the silent W's, mazanakis, mazanakis. Again, these are W's that fall off in conjugation. Like ne mazanakiswa, I'm taking a picture of him. And jagiz, jagakis, burn him up. That's burning something animate up. Jagakis, ne jagakiswa. Jagiz, burn him or her. Ne jagizwa, I burn him or her. Then we have the O endings. And another thing I'd like to note is O and W's in Ojibwe are interchangeable. So onzo, boil somebody. Or get them up, you eat them up. Eat them up. Indamwa, I eat him or her. Gidamwa. So those are the prototypical VTA endings in Ojibwe. All the words will have these. These are all the ending sounds of the VTAs. I'll explain a little bit more in the next section. Anyway. Okay, also we're going to talk about AW verbs. And AW verbs are action on somebody or for somebody. So here we have abysmo, means warm it up at the fire for somebody. And we're going to talk about how the AW drops in normal speech. So when you say, I'm going to warm it up, I'm warming it up for you at the fire. You get the bizamoon. Notice how the AW drops to un. It's also acceptable to say, get the bizamawin. This is a northern type of speaking, and it's also exists in Panema. Panema speakers will say this kind of thing, like get ween the mawin, I'm telling you. Or you could say get ween the moon. And also the personal prefix ge plus d in front of the vowel a. So it's gid the bizamoon. Also notice how the AW, we already talked about the AW, how it falls off. In B form, conjunct is when, as, or if. So that's inan. So you'd say abizamunan, when, as, or if I'm warming it up at the fire for you. Or you could say abizimawinan. Abizamunan diba mawishin. If I warm it up for you, pay me. Usually B form has to have a form sentence to back it up. Otherwise, if you just say a bizamunan, it is not a complete statement unless if it is happening right in the moment. Let's say somebody's warming up something at the fire for you, and they're just doing it right now. Say a bizamunan. That would be a complete statement. Miwe. Then also there's M endings. And some of the main ones you'll see is wabum and gonna wabum. But here I have a dom, which is buy it from him. So if I want to say I'm gonna buy it from you, or I buy it from you, get a dom in. That's the A form. Notice how the M, nothing happens to the endings on M's. They just stay there. And B form would be a dominon, a dominon. When, as, or if I buy it from you, a dominon. Then we have the N endings. One example is agon, agon, hold him up against something. So gidagonin, I hold you up against something. Agoninon, agoninon would be B form, when I hold you up against something, or if I hold you up against something. Then we have the glottals, glottal endings. Aguana, aguana. Notice the little sound at the end. It means cover him. So gidaguana in, and there again nothing happens to that. It's just the gi plus in, gidaguana in, and then also aguana inan, if I cover you up, or when I cover you up. Then we have the apostrophe with the silent W on the end. And these W's kind of are like ninjas. They disappear and they reappear in different conjugations. I've heard it said like bakate, bakate, hit him or her. Gibakate in, I hit you. Now if you were going to say I hit him, it would be gibakate, or you hit him, gibakate wa, gibakate wa. Notice how the W came back. It's or if it was coming back from the other person, let's say he hit. If you want to say he hit me, nigi bakate ok. We'll explain more about that later, but that's one way that this changes. So also we have the ZH endings, and a word that I found was mawanaj, mawanaj, attack him or her, run at him or her. So it's gemawin none in, gemawin none in. I attack you. And another common word that is always used is mish, give it to him or her. So you notice how a lot of times when you say geminin, I'm giving it to you, or nemina, I'm giving it to him or her. So notice how the ZH changes to an N sound. Then we have the SH sound on the end, is like a word, common word is mawadish, visit him or her. And this one changes, if you were to say I visit you, you would say gemawadisin. You notice how the SH sound is just S, gemawadisin. Another example would be Mawadisidiwag. They are visiting each other. Notice the S sound, the H, the SH dropped off.